Hi everyone, this is Holly from Hot Humble Pie. Welcome to my Christmas series. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you click that button. For this craft, you're going to need a Dollar Tree cookie tray, a gingerbread man, and I'm taking this chalk paint and I'm going to go ahead and give the cookie tray one coat. This is a craft I have been wanting to do since last year. I was so excited because it's kind of a play on baking your gingerbread cookies in a cookie, on a cookie sheet in the oven, but it makes a super, super cute home decor piece. So I'm trying to remove the buttons off of this because unfortunately one of the buttons was crooked, and as you can see it took some of the wood with it. So I tried to fix it here with a little bit of the Dollar Tree spackling, but unfortunately you'll see in a minute it just wasn't cutting it. You still could see all the lumps and bumps. But I go ahead and I fill in the top little hole at the top of this gingerbread man. And then my son, bless his heart, he comes to the rescue with a special tool and he takes everything off of the front so that I can turn the gingerbread man around and do the back side. So I just watered down some of the burnt umber from apple barrel paint, and I did a light stain, and now I'm replacing the wooden pieces on the front of the gingerbread man. I start off by doing everything in pencil first just to make sure it's nice and even, and then I take white paint and make the eyes and the nose. But I was going to go ahead and make the eyes where they're white with the little black pupils, that kind of look, but it just didn't end up looking that good, so I changed my mind after looking at some photos online of gingerbread men and made the eyes black and the nose black, and then I gave him a cute little red mouth. And I paint the buttons with a Christmas green from apple barrel paint. I decide to go ahead and make his little cuffs white with the white chalk paint, and then I take a white chalk pen and I put those little squiggles that you see on gingerbread men on the head. You'll see it in a minute here. I don't know if they're called squiggles, maybe loops. That might be a better description. Loops. I do these little loops on the top of his head because I thought that looked really cute. And lastly, I take this pink little chalk pen here and make him have little rosy cheeks. Next, I'm going to go ahead and use this Dollar Tree wood like a ruler and draw some faux shiplap lines onto the cookie sheet. Using burnt umber from apple barrel paint, I'm doing a light dry brush to make it have a wood grain look. And lastly, I decide to do some super cute little candy cane red stripes along the border of the cookie tray. Using the Dollar Tree ribbon in the gingham print in red and white, I go ahead and make a little bow for his neck. Now this did come with a wooden bow for those of you that noticed, and of course it got broken there when my son removed it. It couldn't be avoided, but I actually like the cloth bow better, so it all worked out. And I am using Gorilla Glue here to glue this guy down for a permanent hold. I love this craft. I think this is a great play on baking gingerbread in the oven, and it just makes a super cute Christmas wall hanging. Let me know what you guys think. For this next craft, I start off with this autumn Dollar Tree sign and this really, really cute gift bag that I also found at the Dollar Tree. Now the paper came off of that sign really easy, as you can see, so I go ahead and use the side that already has the twine as a hanger. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out this image kind of unevenly to make it look, I just like that look. You can leave it even if you want. It's a little bit bigger than the sign, but I just feel like it looks better when the edges are a little uneven. Sometimes I wet it, but the gift bag was a little bit too thick, so I just went ahead and cut it, and it looked just fine. And I'm taking my chalk paint and just cutting the edges there to make it white. And I'm using Mod Podge to glue it down. And that's it. We're just going to do a nice thick coat of Mod Podge all over the board, and we're going to apply the image onto the front of the board. Now I'm keeping the image to the left-hand side. I'm doing that on purpose because I'm planning on putting some florals around the right-hand side. I actually saw this online. It's a well, it's kind of a Pinterest-inspired craft a little bit, I guess, because it's a different image, but I just thought it looked so pretty to have the florals on the right-hand side of the photo. I've never done that before, and I thought it would be fun to try. This is also Dollar Tree ribbon here in buffalo plaid in red and black. We're making a floral bow, and I'm using some pine that I got from Amazon. The link is down below in my description box. I bought some more of it, and I'm going to apply that on either side. We're going to put some of the Dollar Tree pine in the middle, and we're just going to do some embellishment onto the front of that bow and around the edge of this sign. One of my favorite things to do is use a red pen to cover up any foam showing if you're using foam berries. And I'm just slipping those in there. I'm also going to take some holly leaves. You'll see me tuck them on the side there just for a little bit more Christmassy embellishment. And I'm going to use the color Burnt Umber from Apple Barrel Paint to distress the edge of this sign. So I'm just going along lightly there with the brush, and you'll see me rub my finger over the edge. That's a great way to blur the distressing and give it a really soft look, which looks really, really good. I think this came up so cute. It would look so cute on a farmhouse hutch or on a mantle. For this next craft, you're going to need this Dollar Tree jar and this free printable that's down below in my description box. Just click the link and it will take you right to it. And I'm giving this jar one coat of the white chalk paint from Folk Art. Now for this next part, I'm actually leaving this video clip in to show how it's tiling. See it right there? The file actually corrupted while I was editing, but all I did in this clip was super easy. I just painted every other one of those little beveled edges there with the red stripe to do a candy cane striped look, and then I just cut out the gingerbread house and Mod Podged it on. So most of you know how to do that, so sorry about that, but it was just too difficult to look at there and it wasn't much help. Now I did print the gingerbread house out on tissue paper, gift tissue paper, just like you wrap presents with. It's super thin. It's one of my favorite way to do transfers right now. It's thinner than vinyl. It just kind of disappears into your craft. You just tape it on cardstock, put it face down, put it through your printer. It's that simple. Now I did leave the front of this jar white because the tissue paper is so transparent. You would have seen the red stripes through it. So I'm now painting the red stripes around the front of that gingerbread house. I even went ahead and painted the top little edge there. I don't know if you can tell, there's like a little ribbed edge at the top. I went ahead and painted that red as well. And that's what we have so far. Now the next morning I go ahead and take some of the white chalk paint. I'm just touching up any little areas where I went over with the red. And I'm going to decorate the top of this lid. That is what makes this craft so cute in my opinion. I use holly, I use pine, all kinds of different kinds of pine, berries, a bell, and it comes up so cute. I even put some little ribbon in there, you know, a little bow. You'll see me tying it right here. But I thought it would look so, you know, it just kind of takes the Dollar Tree jar from being kind of cheap looking or just simple looking and really takes it up a notch. And lastly, I take the burnt umber and I'm just tapping it on the bell to distress it a little bit and make it look nice and vintage. And that's it. I absolutely love the way this craft came out. I think this is probably one of my favorites in this video today. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments down below. For this last craft, you're going to need some cardboard and a cylinder-shaped can, and I'm just using a bowl here to trace out a circle shape. I trace out 2 of them. I'm going to cut out 2 of the round cardboard disc. Now this time, instead of a coffee can, I thought it would be fun to use a different cylinder shape to show you that you can make it with any cylinder shape. In fact, I thought this would actually make a super cute DIY craft to make name tags out of Pringle. Like if you use a Pringle potato chip cans and you cut those down, you can make little mini versions of this with name tags as place settings on your table. I thought that would be super cute and fun. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and glue these 2 round cardboard discs together. And I'm just taking and putting a ribbon of the hot glue around the edge to glue this all together. For this part here, I'm just painting it with black acrylic paint. Any black acrylic paint will work. The only thing I would do differently with this craft, and I noticed it on the video, in real life you can't see it, but because I pay attention to detail, I did notice it, and I thought, well, the way you would overcome that is to put poster board on top of the cardboard. So if the lines from the cardboard are going to bother you, go ahead and put a layer of poster board on top to keep it nice and smooth. You can't see it in person because it's black paint. I swear on the tabletop it looks great, but poster board is easy enough to do. So go ahead and put some poster board on top of the cardboard if you think that will bother you. And now I'm taking some Dollar Tree spackling and I'm going and filling in the edges of the cardboard so you can't see it. I did have some black ribbon. That would also be a really neat way to cover the edge. And you know, I actually made one of these a few years back and I used material. You can cover this entire thing with black cloth. If you have black cloth, that looks really nice too. Once the spackling was dry, I go ahead and give it a quick coat of black acrylic paint. And now comes the fun part. I'm going to take some Dollar Tree ribbon again. It's that gingham print. And I'm going to go ahead and glue it around the edge of this hat. Now, one row of the ribbon wasn't thick enough in my opinion. I had thicker ribbon, but it was too thick because I used a smaller can. The original idea was to use a coffee can for this craft. So I went ahead and I just did 2 rows of this smaller ribbon and that was perfect. Now, a lot of you ask me to leave this part in to give you ideas for the florals, because sometimes I just kind of show it at the end, so I'm leaving it in. I go ahead and take the Amazon pine, again, that's down below in my description box, and I glue some sprigs on. I glue some holly leaves. You're going to see me glue a Christmas flower, pine cone bells, everything Christmassy, berries, you name it. I'm just going to go ahead and garnish this hat. Lastly, what would a snowman's hat be without the frost and the snow? So I'm just tapping this hat with a little bit of white chalk paint to make it look like snow. I do use a little bit of white glitter on the top and sprinkle it while the paint's still wet, but to be honest, it didn't make that much difference. I wish I had had the Dollar Tree snow that I had. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore, but they don't have it at the Dollar Tree at the moment, but it's that kind that looks almost like flakes, and it's got a little bit of an iridescence to it. That would have been really nice for this craft as well. So if you have that, that'd be pretty. Baking soda would be pretty. I think salt, anything like that would be really pretty if you want to add it with the snow. But I absolutely love this craft. It is so stunning in real life. I hope the camera does it justice, and I hope you all get a chance to try it out. Breathe deep, fret not, and do things that make you happy.